Hi, my name is Rachel Barker and I'm an advocate for mental health. So this video is going to be about medications and it is a very controversial topic, so I want to remind everybody that I am not a medical professional, but I do have a lot of experience with this kind of thing. So take my advice with a grain of salt and I hope that my experience can help you. So medication is a controversial topic because many people think it changes your personality. I'll admit, I also thought this as well until I took medication. And when I did take medication, I felt so much better. And what depression is, it's a hormonal imbalance in your brain. So the medication helps regulate those hormones and makes you feel better. It makes you more active, it makes you more, you want to get out of bed in the morning, you want to take care of yourself, all these things. So the way I would describe depression medicine is kind of like insulin to a diabetic person or chemo to a cancer patient. You wouldn't tell people, oh, you don't need that, it's all in your head. No, you wouldn't. And it's the same thing with depression medicine. So the most important part of getting your medicine is finding a great psychiatrist. The way you can do this is you can look at their reviews and you can ask your friends for recommendations on their psychiatrists and go from there. It will probably take you a few months to get into a psychiatrist, and if you can't wait a few months, you can go to the hospital and they will be able to give you medication sooner. But if you can wait, then I would recommend choosing someone good and making multiple appointments, and then you can always cancel them later. So if you have a bad feeling about your psychiatrist or they're just not listening to you, I would definitely recommend getting a different psychiatrist. I made this mistake when I first got diagnosed with depression. I had a really, really horrible psychiatrist, but once I just gave up on wanting to live, I went to a different one. And the psychiatrist looked at my medication and he's like, if you weren't sitting in front of me right now, I would think that you were 4 years old. And I was 15. So he increased my medication and he gave me the right medication I needed. And within 2 weeks, I felt better. So this can be a pain in the butt because most medical or mental medications take a few weeks to kick in. And when they do kick in, you don't know if it's going to work best for you. Let's say your friend takes Wellbutrin and it works great. That doesn't mean it's going to work great for you. It might, but it might not because everybody's different. So if you feel like it's not working, definitely tell your psychiatrist that. But if you do feel like it's working, but it could be better, then maybe they can increase your dose. So the best thing you can do is keep almost open and honest communication with them. What you do want to look out for is a complete change in emotions. So let's say your grandma dies and you're like, oh no, that sucks. But you don't really care. And you get a new puppy and you're like, oh yay, whatever. Then that means that your depression medicine is infecting your personality and you need to go with a different one. So definitely tell your doctor if you're feeling that. And if you get any weird side effects, definitely tell them about that too. And you also want to make sure you tell them about any other medications you may be taking because this can interact with your depression medicine and cause problems. So the best thing that I would recommend is just keeping honest and open communication with your psychiatrist. It may seem scary, but that's how you can get the best help. So if you can't get the medicine that you need, because let's say you're underage and your parents won't let you, or you don't have health insurance, I would recommend getting an LED light bulb or a box light, kind of like this one. What I do is I set my alarm 30 minutes before I have to wake up, and I set the little timer right here for 30 minutes, and then I just lay in there, and it releases vitamin D, and it helps me feel better. I live in a state that has colder winters, and you don't see the sun as much, So my depression gets worse when it's colder. So if you're like me and live in one of those states, getting something like that could be very beneficial for you. Another thing is to get essential oils. So my favorite is lavender because it calms me and makes me feel better, but you can also get different scents. Just try a bunch of them and see which one's your favorite, see which one makes you feel the calmest. And, you can put it in a necklace and it will release, the oil scent. And if you're feeling, anxious, just pick up the necklace, give it a quick sniff and put it back. No big deal. So you can do that. I personally do all three. I take medication and I do an LED light and I do a box light, and they all help me very much, but the medicine is the one that helps me the most. So I would definitely recommend medication if you can get it. So that's it for this video. You can follow me on Facebook at Rachel Barker, and you can add me on Instagram as Rachel_Barker_author. I am an author and I have a book on Amazon, and you can get it on Kindle Unlimited. It's called Helping a Teen with Depression. And that is it for this week. So if you have any questions, comment below and I will answer them in the next video. And thank you for your time, and I hope you have a great week.